Yo, people them, yes, what is good in the mother cocksucking hood? It's 10 p.m. It's fucking Monday night. I was about to fuck right up there. Only knowing Arsenal playing from it's let me think. Monday night. So let's get into the hype. I'm currently watching Nottingham Forest versus Ipswich. Yes, you'll hear it in the background. Let me turn it down a piece. I'm fed up of the copyright vibe. Always late. I'm fucking here. What are you talking about, my northern brethren? In fact, that reminds me, I want to take a moment to big up a couple of people at the very, 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 very start of this stream. Who and where do I start? I think I have no choice but to start with my princess, my daughter, my real one. I created her, so she's obviously real. My princess, I'd like to big you up. The other night, you was unbelievable. You was on top. You was an absolute fire. Not only looking amazing, but you talk like your dad, innit? You are a pit bull terrier. No one can play games with you. Shouts out to Jay also. That's Elias J. Let's woo crossing towards Wood. Let's let nobody get confused on that one at all. That's Elias J. You are a raw one. Your family. You're a young G, but whew, maybe I'm getting old in the game because you know what, like, you know, is this what OGs do these days? Gangster. I've got to change this black. It feels like someone's died on the stream, and I hate the word death or died, so I will have to change the black here. I don't know, did I do that on transfer deadline day? Shout out to my northern contingent. Like I say, the German contingent, Daniel Heat, my northern contingent. That is fucking Klose and son of all sons, old WB. WB, you can be a wind up, you can stir pots at times. You can piss people off on groups, innit? But anything you seem to do doesn't really bother Danny AFC TV that much. Hence why I'd have to defend you and bite someone if they try to bite at you. Where else was I on the big ups? There is someone else there. There is Tai Tai. Tai Tai. Apart from today, because you're a cocksucker. And he won't come in this stream, but I love you, Tai. I'm joking. Just someone calling Danny at the wrong time of day. Like, it's not even the wrong time of day. I just lost my keys. Don't call me and I've lost my keys, because I've got security issues in my head. I'm like, hold on, who's got my fucking, oh, fuck that, who's got my fucking keys? My fucking keys. Like, so yeah. But big him up. He knows what he's done. He's a real one. I will come back to him. Maybe I'll just clip the start of this stream to say that I never forgot about you. There was no first, second, or third place. Elia's always going to be first place at the big ups, but you know what I mean? There was no particular first, second, or third in order there. You've all been real. You've all shown you very, very true colours. Klose, you know, had a bit of info back on your car. It's not the greatest news, but it's locations and everything. And I don't know what the fucking pricks are like up north. And I reckon they're probably all that. Sorry to anyone that's up north watching this fucking stream. I just think you're all a bunch of cunts. Apart from WB and fucking Klose. Right. Another person, obviously, I'm not going to mention you. You know who you are. Massive kiss. You're like the unmentionable out here. Like, you know, don't say that name. It's like Boogeyman. Stay on him 3 times and you might jump into the stream or something. Shouts out to Acres as all. Not for any particular reason. Just because you're a big cunt. Watching Ipswich Forest or the other way around, Forest versus Ipswich, extra time, full time. Is it? Oh fucking! Oh fuck! I'll do a fucking penalty shootout, mate. I'll say that must be fucking northern in me. I fucking adore a fucking penalty bastard out. Seriously, now let's watch who's going to win in fucking FA Cup. FA Cup this season's proper opened up for a team that wants to win it. I don't know, Man City, a Bournemouth. I know Man City kind of have dibs on most tournaments in the English game, but fuck me, they have not been a Man City of old, and that is somewhere we can start off on this stream. Arsenal, well, we've been certainly caught out the last 2 years, but we're fighting Manchester City, one of the greatest teams in the world. They're not fucking great this season, are they? Cunt. Take a Rodri out of their situation. Do you know what I mean? Like Hussein Jim would say, take a fucking bit of clog or a bit of oil out of that clog and that machinery doesn't run. Or that timeless, was it a timeless watch he was talking about? That timeless watch will not be so timeless. Who is with me? Who is silent listening? I'm going to get the stream out there in a minute. There's bundles of Arsenal news, views, all sorts to get involved or to catch up on in the last week or so that I haven't been live. 10 p.m. hasn't been the same. But hey ho, I'm fucking back in it. Shouts out to all the real ones, the new ones, the old ones, and the ones that just listen. I was looking at statistics on YouTube the other day. Silent listeners. I love a silent listener. I want to see the penalty shootouts first. Wow. Oh yes. Shouts out as well also to Robson O'Riordan, Ollie United. I do believe they're playing at the weekend as well. I should big him up on Twitter. I just see a little post, isn't it? 5 years. Joshua Kimmich is linked. Stephen, don't start. The flu of all flus. That is a car without heating. The car's gone. And long live the goneness of it. But I mean, yeah, fucking freezing, bros. I've got the heating on now. I'll get all hot in a minute. Don't worry. So shout out to Kim Trossard and Victorious. Evening, Treacle. Do you know you remind me of Elliot every single time? Stephen, don't go into who Elliot is and what Elliot is. And you know what? You have that voice. You actually, Stephen is going to probably agree. She even sounds like, I don't know, have you heard her talk? She even sounds like Elliot the Can. You remind me of that. Joshua, Yeshua. I'm going to call him Yeshua. Kimmich, that's no disrespect, by the way. Unless you're an Elliot fan. In fact, maybe second thoughts. That's loads of disrespect, but not on you personally. Why can I hear Stephen laughing all the way from up north? Seriously, I can hear him chuckling. He's your uncle, Steve. Don't lie. I met him through you, bros. He's your uncle. Shut your fucking mouth. You're a fucking lying little prick. He's your uncle, bros. And you fancied his mum. Chloe, that was before you. When Elliot said that to his dad one night. He goes, but Dad, you know Dan's always had a thing for Mum, didn't you? The dad just looked at me. He just gave me something. Huh? Sorry? I always knew you had a thing about my thing for my fucking. Oh, fuck me. It's a joke. She's cool. We just talk. I loved her as well, to be honest with you. She was good people for about a minute. Let's get through. Let's get on with these penalties though. Shouts out to Victorious evening, Sheila. Yeah. Sorry. Shouts out to WB, real one. How are you? How is my northern contingent today? What are these deep conversations referees have with goalkeepers and strikers, but before they're about to take a penalty? Like the last thing I want is a referee man not giving it fucking. If you fucking shiver before kicking the ball, I'll fucking blow up and it'll be a fucking retake. Like seriously, what are these referees so in dialogue with goalkeepers and strikers these days? Just before. Here he is. I just mentioned you, bro. Remember the oil in the clog? Taking an ingredient away from that soup, taking the salt away from that cherry tomato, taking the chili away from fresh guacamole, taking the salt away from soup, taking the nappy away from a baby. Take Saka away from Arsenal. We're fucking shit. Odegaard turns into Trossard. Sorry, you've got to stop respecting this guy quite as much. He's been shit. He is shit. I've got very interesting Gabriel Martinelli news, but I want to get into this penalty shootout. So one moment, guys. Hey, you get back here. That was only a joke. You fucking get back here. At the moment, it's so quiet. I need everyone I can get. It's Wood stepping up. Wood! 1-0. Why do you know I'm about to fucking unleash my fury on you? Take that sleep away from under your eyes. Look like a rat shrimp. Take one cog and clock. That's it. I fucking told you. I said at the start of the stream, bros, if you go back to the start of the stream, I said my good friend Hussein Juma said your time may not be so timeless. I said it incorrectly, quite clearly. The watch will never be the same. Whether you take the oil away, the battery, the healing lamp, take the petrol from the Gandhi, from the car, and it may never run. The Gandhi doesn't drive. The Kudru doesn't eat. Trossard is still laughing. Horrible flu, Hussein Juma. Nothing else apart from a flu. 1-1. Elegant penalty. Bruv, he fucking is. Do you know what? I've had enough of this. Now, Lee Akers, God bless his English socks, always said I had a problem with Trossard And if I had a problem with Trossard, I have a problem with Akers and all of that bullshit. I'd said the whole time, Trossard come in and just hit a very good situation at a good time. He come in when Arsenal were playing well, so it was 10 good players. He was the 11th, and he come in and hit the ground running. He hit the ground running. That's all he done. Where like Mamouche has come into a Manchester City team, and there isn't 10 players doing well. And I'm not just bigging you up, Omar Mamouche. He hasn't been that crazy. Or he has scored a hat-trick since he got to Manchester. It's Gibbs White. Let me just see this one. Gibbs White has played quite well the last 20 minutes I've been watching. Gibbs White finds the bottom corner. ITV4, bro. Fuck it. I'll say it the way it is. It took me a month of Sundays to find it as well. ITV4. That many of them. Hussein. I think Ethan Wari technically is better than Odegaard, bros. I now know why Real Madrid fucked Odegaard off for 7 years. Why do you think Arda Güler has played more minutes at Real Madrid than Odegaard did in 7 years? Bruvs, I'm seeing it. He is not that special. There is nothing actually about him that makes him a great player. His work rate isn't like, let's just say, I never loved Dave Beckham, but I was watching a few clips of him last night. And if there was one thing Dave Beckham did make up for in his lack of, is this the lack of being a great footballer, the lack, Dave Beckham had a wonderful engine and a wonderful work rate. I never loved Dave Beckham as a footballer, but for all of the hype and the media circus that surrounded him, for 97 minutes in a game, he worked fucking incredibly hard. He helped out at right back, centre mid, right forward. He helped everywhere. And that made him half of the footballer that he was, in my opinion. Certain footballers these days are not up to that same sort of work rate level. And I believe it is a money-orientated thing. I believe if you give a kid 50 grand a week when he's 16 years old, it probably is hey-ho. And let's just hope he stays on track. Talking of 50 grand a week and a kid, I want to talk about Kido Obi Martins. There's no doubt that Arsenal fucked right up there. This kid is a talent. Yes, he didn't score for Man United yesterday, but fuck me did he come close. And fuck me what a talent he was. Because Man United were fucking shit for 70 minutes. When that kid come on the pitch, it changed. Fernandez woke up, Garnacho was alive, and Obi Martins was doing his thing. Anybody that wants to disagree with me or talk bollocks to me, let's do this 50-50. Let's go one-on-one right now. Kido Obi Martins is a footballer. He's a wonderful footballer. And Manchester United are giving him minutes, and it's a fucking disgrace. Who came on at the start of extra time? Or just before extra time? Aiden Haven. Do not tell me he is not better than Kiwo or Tomiyasu. Or you're a bastard. And your child shouldn't be... Sorry, that's a bit deep. Or you shouldn't even talk to me or have the same good opinion of me probably watching me. Do not tell me Mikel Mourinho is a better marksman than Kido Obi Martins. Or me and you, we have a personal beef. We have a problem. I told Lee Akers and WB I'd never heard of Mikel Mourinho. Guess what, Lee Akers and WB? I love you both, but guess what? I've still never heard of Mikel fucking Mourinho. I'll tell you a kid I've heard of, but he's 16 years old. No, he just turned 17. His name is Kido Obi Martins. And you two boys, well, good riddance. He's got fucking bad attitude. What do you mean bad attitude? Lee, you've got a bad attitude. WB, you've got a bad attitude. Danny AFC TV, you've got a bad attitude. Did our bad attitudes do any wrong to our life? No. People don't like it? Fuck off, innit? How's about that, Lee Akers? How's about that, WB? Fucking bad. They said Nicholas Bentnor had a bad attitude. So, if you're good enough, you can have an attitude enough. I'm not talking for Bentner here. I am clearly talking for Obi Martins. That could be £100 million worth of talent that Arsenal have missed out on in the next 2 seasons. Let's not include into the mathematics Aiden Haven, an 18-year-old centre-back. And we're not exactly screaming full of centre-backs at the moment at the football club. Let's have it right. We've got William Saliba and we've got Gabriel, 2 world-class centre-backs. If not world-class, right on the verge, fuck it. They're both world-class for me. they're both rocks. And again, what Gabriel doesn't make, where he is not as technically gifted and as brilliant as Van Dijk, his whole heart, when he wins that tackle and sends the ball out for the corner and you see his passion, he makes up for it there. The Abui comes out in him, yeah? Or the Kolo Toure. I wasn't the greatest player in the world, but what I do with my energy and my passion puts me back to that same level. Hudson-Odoi steps up against Sales. It's not against Sales, that's his fucking keeper, you dickhead, Danny. What channel is it on ITV4? Call me crazy. I am thankful that we have multi-injured players. Otherwise, Arteta would not allow our young guns to shine. And I'm going to take my hat off to you and say, Wallahi, and thank the Lord as well. I was about to start swearing. But what a key point. Skelly, I believe, is done now. He's been sent off twice in a month. I believe that is his Arsenal career pretty much on rocky roads. I believe Arteta will do his best to crucify the footballer that remains with inside Miles Lewis Skelly. Ethan Nwari. He'll be a problem for any manager in world football. Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Carlo Ancelotti. He's missed. Ipswich are out. 9 penalties. The 10th was missed. And Ipswich are done out here. Forest go through. Forest could win this FA Cup. There's a few clubs that have never won a trophy in their lives that could win a trophy. Fulham, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. Not Forest have won multiple trophies. Don't be a cunt all your life, Danny. Arteta out. He's not good enough, bros. Arnie Slot has just shown us how bad Mikel Arteta is. The paint and the cracks that have been painted over the last 2 seasons, while a below par Manchester City have still taken the title of us. But according to our fans and our super fans, we were so good. It's an absolute disgrace. Only now super fans are beginning to think, hold on, maybe we do need them. Maybe Danny, AFC TV, Hussein, Juman, and UE, they were right. Maybe we need a number 9. Well, you fucking Einstein cocksucking fools. Of course we need a motherfucking number. What the fuck? What do you think wins fucking Manchester City fucking titles when they were winning titles? It's 1 season without. What do you think is making Liverpool win the league this year? Because it ain't just Virgin van Dijk. It ain't just the goalkeeper Alisson because he was injured at the start of the fucking season. It is the 30 to 35 goals that Mohamed Salah is going to score between now and the fucking end of the season. This is the difference of great player, medium player, average player, and Ødegaard. Let's have it right. Ødegaard isn't fit to tie the fucking very shoelaces of Mohamed Salah. But Arsenal fans think he's one of the greatest players in the world. Why? Is he close to the talents that we've had in midfield, Cesc Fabregas? I don't even think he's as good as Aaron fucking Ramsey, to be fucking straight with you. It's been a bit quiet. Let me try and get a few people in on this stream. Haters asked me if I'm going to fucking do a stream. I'm not fucking turning up. It's a national fucking disgrace. No likes on the video. Can we get a fucking like? That cunt's going to tell me because Trossard ain't scored. Well, Trossard's not likely to score. Do you know why? Because he's fucking shit. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing if we is new. What is your thoughts for the remainder of the season? I'm quite negative. Don't worry. Every dog has their day. And it's something I don't ever wish for Arsenal to be in a bad position or to be shit. But it's something that Hussein said there. I need Nwari to stand up and be counted. Because disrespectfully, he'll be another one that will be running to the mill come pre-season because certain things didn't finish the way they should have at the end of this season for Mikel Arteta, and there'll be certain sacrifices and certain victims and certain blamed. Sacrifices. I'm onto something, guys. And his name is Gabriel Martinelli. I'm hearing Arsenal are ready to sell him this summer. Maybe the Hussein Jumas, the Danny AFC TVs, and perhaps even WBs won't be that upset to hear this news. I'm hearing Nottingham Forest. And who else is it? Forest and Club Barcelona are very interested in the signing of Gabriel Martinelli, Arsenal's very underachieving left winger. I'm hearing £65 million is what it takes to get Gabriel Martinelli out the club. I've heard if that wasn't the sacrifice, it could be Gabriel or it could be William Saliba. I've heard this on the strength of Arsenal do want to go for Alexander Isak, but a sacrifice will have to be made because we haven't got £130 million cash money ready, and like Declan Rice, to just fling out for the striker who would make one fuck of a difference at Arsenal Football Club. It'll be game changing. The only problem is if Alexander Isak come into Arsenal and actually got injured on his second or third game for 3-4 months, and we've outlaid that investment, suddenly we're in a touch of trouble, and it wasn't so wise. Not the signing wasn't so wise. The signing will always come good over a 3, 4, 5, and 6 year deal. What I'm saying is, if he walked into Arsenal Football Club and got himself injured, and it was back to Havertz up front or something, for example, you'd have the super fans giving it, and it was 125 mil. Fat bastard like Daniel AFC TV said it was necessary for us to become a force. Of course, it's fucking necessary for us to become a force. Without a number 9, we can't be that club. Victor Gyökeres, how productive has he been since Ruben Amorim left FC Porto, or Sporting CP, sorry? I'm not sure he is still the talent that many people have said. Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig. Shouts out to WB on that. I'm honestly not sure of him. He's got a banging goal in him. He's got a great game in him. Consistency-wise, he's not the guy. Is he going to score 30 goals in an English Premier League season? No. He is a 10 to 15 goal a season striker, especially in the English Premier League. It brings me to what else? Ollie Watkins. He will be coming 30. 30 this summer. I'm not saying you're dead and over the hill, with all respects to 30-year-olds or anyone in excess of 30 years old. I'm saying when it comes to Premier League football, I'm afraid to say, either your better days are behind you or you're as good as Harry Kane. This guy is not no Harry Kane. He's a fucking good footballer, Ollie Watkins, but he's not Harry Kane. If you're going to go down the Ollie Watkins road, for me, you may as well go down the fucking Harry Kane route. Someone that wants to come back to the English Premier League, someone that could and very probably would do a Sol Campbell scenario and say, do you know what? I love Tottenham, and I was captain of the great Tottenham. But do you know what? I'm at a certain age now, and Lee Akers is here, and he's now going to turn in his grave. I love you, Lee, but just hear me out. And I was the captain of Tottenham, and I will always believe Tottenham if you want the truth. But I'm 32, and apart from whatever piece of shit I've won in Germany, I've never won anything. And he's patriotic. He's like Lee Akers. Cut him, the Union Jack will come out. He will tell you, I've never won nothing on the soil where I was brought up. The soil, the great English air that I breathed when I was a 7-year-old kid, pictured with my Mohican and my Arsenal shirt on. Don't forget that image, son. And that is to son. When I say son, I mean Lee Akers. Not in a rude way, son. Don't forget the images. You are a child once. And you are allowed to have an opinion when you're a child. And he was very much Arsenal when he was a child. Arsenal never signed him. That is directly not Harry Kane's fault. I'm going to bring you to your attention, Lee, a player that you don't like anymore. You blame him for signing for Chelsea. I think you're very harsh on Cesc Fabregas. Cesc Fabregas left Arsenal to go to the team of what he thought was where he bled. Where he bled, Club Holland was his resting home, where he learnt the trade of professional football, but then where he left to become the Arsenal captain and left to make his debut at Arsenal at just over 16 years old. I believe Arsenal would have taken back Cesc Fabregas, but I believe Wenger was so pissed off that he left at that time and what it took away from our football club, him as the skipper, 28 million quid. Every time I think of that 28 million pounds lead that we got for Cesc Fabregas, I shake with anger thinking of how good he was. And like Hussein would say, in the watch, the oil, the clog that was taken away from our football club at that moment. Fuck Nasri going Man City. What burnt us that week was Cesc Fabregas going to Club Barcelona. And it fucked our whole season. Now, it was said, because you don't like Ozil, mate. This is what kind of confuses me. Hold on, I'm going to get into all your comments, but this is what confuses me about the Goodly Acres. You never liked Ozil. Whether it was because he was Turkish, and I know it ain't that, I say that just to piss you off. Whether it was because he was Turkish, German, whether it's because he won a World Cup, whether it's because he was better looking if you were them good, them goggle eyes. No, I'm joking, you never really liked Ozil. So why not replace the German-Turkish legend and bring your child prodigy, the 16-year-old, back to the football club? Wenger decided that. Wenger spied him because he left at such a vital moment. Me, I would have backed down. I don't back down to many people. I wouldn't back down to WB. I wouldn't back down to the Lakers, especially if I was right. If it was Cesc Fabregas, though, and you're a great midfielder as you are, and if it's for the better, I repeat, of my football club, after a year or two in Spain and you realise you weren't good enough for the great club Barcelona, you fucking idiot, I'd take you back. Hopefully at the same sort of money as well. The 30 million quid that we allowed you to go for. Here he is. He's here to stir the pot. He's here to stir the pot. You, baby. He loves Arsenal a lot, but we're gonna stir the pot. It's you, babes. So Lee, it was gooners like you that didn't want Cesc back for the best of my club. I would have played Cesc slightly behind the Mesut Ozil. Why couldn't them two midfielders have not worked together in perfect harmony? But we're going back into this Ozil debate. But I'm saying you didn't want Cesc back. He fucking played for Chelsea, the cunt. He didn't play for Chelsea yet. Did you want him back when he was fucking available from Club Barcelona? I would have took him back. And Ozil would have looked better. That was another thing Wenger done to this club. That was a huge mistake. Not allowing him to go for that £28 million. But not immediately bringing him back. When he apologised and said, I want to come back. I fucked up in Spain. You are my spiritual home. Arsenal is my club. The Arsenal fans I adore. And Wenger, you are my dad. Wenger said, Sacre bleu. I have visit. Remember that, Lee Akers? Because I was going over this in depth in my crazy little nutty little head last night thinking, Cesc and Ozil and Cesc. Just put one defensive midfielder there. They would have done bits. Oh, hey. Where the halfback is Hussein still with me? Because Hussein, you have to take away from that time. Let's watch the clock. Shouts out to you, bro. Yes, Miley Akers. He wouldn't win anything if we signed him, bro. We're a different club now. Club. Who are we talking about? Cesc Fabregas. We aren't winners. I know, bro. It is really bad. We had the ammunition to win the league over the last 2 years. But Arteta's failings as a human being and as a football manager showed us what I got. How much better is Arne Slot than fucking Arteta? I don't know. Pound for pound, how much the Liverpool team is better than the Arsenal team is better? I don't know. Let's have it right. Salah's better than Saka. It hurts me to say, but Saka's not going to score 40 and 50 in a season. In saying that, though, when Saka's 32, who knows? He might be twice the footballer Mohamed Salah is. I fucking doubt it. But who knows? And I'm not having a dig at Saka. I'm just pissed that Saka comes out of the team and we're shit. 2 years ago, Saliba come out of the team. We're shit. We got Rob Holding on that. What I'm saying is to the Lakers and the UEs and anyone that cares is Arsenal's failings now are clearly Arsenal's failings. It's not Danny's, it's not UE's, it ain't the Lakers. We never done it personally. I may have told you what was around the corner. I see it all. But I never wanted such shit to happen at my club. I believed if this month was maybe a season in reverse, we could even fall out of top four. Then what for Arsenal next season? Give Arteta a new deal, perhaps? Cunt. Loved Arsenal so much. He went on strike in his last week at the club. He let Wenger and the club that gave him everything down. All right? And I get that. And it burns me, Lee. He also told Wenger, if this was Real Madrid, if this was Manchester City, if this was Chelsea or Manchester United, teams that are doing great at the time, fuck off. For what reason, Lee? And me and you will never be able to answer what is being a Catalan-like or whatever, etc. I'm not trying to go down the religion road. We can talk Catholic, Protestant, whatever. I don't know what being a Catalan and being brought up as a Basque and whatever in Club Barcelona. All I can tell you is it's clearly big shit. And Cesc wanted to represent that team. He wanted to be captain. He never wanted to come back after 2 seasons. That wasn't in the plan. Was he not good enough for Barcelona? Did Barcelona just spite Arsenal by taking a great player away? These are also things that I can't actually answer, Lee. I believe Barcelona had a bad season. Cesc Fabregas took the blame. And then he was available for sale again. What I'm trying to say is, Lee, if this had been for Liverpool or Chelsea, they'd done it for, bruvs. Clearly, he's unforgivable. He's a wrong un, and I'd smash his face in. He did kind of put it down on record when he became Arsenal captain. There's no club that would ever leave this football club for. But kind of mentioned in that same interview, because I've rewatched it over, like, yeah, I am Catalan, Catalonia, and all this bollocks. Sorry, no disrespect. But one day I must play for Barcelona. It was always in his DNA, and it was always in his heart, bruvs. Say like Mikel Arteta, you're just not good enough. Let's say Barcelona never knocked on the door for him, bruvs. You would never hate him. He would already be a legend, and there'll be a statue outside. Fucking why I hate Barcelona so much, because they never even used him properly. They started playing him right wing, defensive mid and out of position. And the whole while, my team was fucking crying because we had lost such a fucking productive footballer in our lives. I blamed him for wanting to play for the club, bruvs. But again, I'm not Catalonian. I don't believe that bullshit, and I don't know. Traitor. Harsh. UE, what's good, my brother? You reckon we finished top 4? Just about. I reckon the fixtures are kind enough to us towards the end of the season, and Saka comes back. Odegaard suddenly plays a couple of good games, and I don't know, maybe Havertz will score a fucking goal. Oh, he's gone, isn't he? Good. Is he gone for the season, I actually don't give a fuck about him. I haven't checked and I don't care. Do you know what I do care about? Obi Martin's playing for Man United. Obi Martin's looking better than Mikel Mourinho. I've never heard of Mikel. Who? Anyone that likes Arteta on this stream, innit? Let's have a talk about Obi Martins. Forget Aidan Haven, and he's a decent little footballer. I see a laughing him in 30 minutes last night. That little tussle by the corner flag that fucked me up. I'll slap you down, bros. And then running back into position in the second half. Also for a free kick that he gave away. He fucked up, but then he just dragged the geezer back. Come here, bros. I'll take a yellow card for that. At 18, intelligent defending. If Obi's chance goes in when Leno just suddenly he puts his arm in the air. Who's the hero last night? Not burnt fucking Leno. It's Obi Martins. He's 17. Should we blame him for not scoring at 17 years old? Or should we blame Arteta for not letting him go? Yui, I love you. You've always a bad attitude. Fuck a bad attitude. Do you know what bad attitude does? Turns you into a good footballer. And it tells you, I'm better than you are. Perhaps you've never won a cap in your life. Let's see how many fucking international caps I end up with. That's what probably Keto Obi Martin told him. And he had to leave the club. Sorry, you're forgetting how describe sex on the club. Cesc is that. Lee, I didn't get that one. Sorry, Cesc. Okay. You're forgetting how describe sex on the club. Taking it back. See, that wasn't our decision, Lee. See, that was the problem. Wenger, for some reason, even though he took back Sol Campbell, even though he took back Thierry Henry, did he take back anyone else? Henry, Sol Campbell. Henry done the same fucking thing, bros. I don't give a fuck if it's Liakers or Yui I'm arguing with. Henry done the same thing at a vital time. He went on to win the Champions League. Do you blame Henry for that? I don't know. Cesc Fabregas done nothing Robin Van Persie didn't do to us. Cesc Fabregas done nothing Thierry Henry didn't do to us, but I hear you talking about it nicely. Cesc Fabregas didn't do nothing the great Patrick Vieira done to us. Cesc Fabregas didn't do nothing that Nasri didn't do to us. No legend of the club, 3 seasons, but one very good season. I don't hear people bitching to the same level, and I'm not starting with you, Lee. I love you like cook food. To the same level of what they get so irate about Cesc Fabregas for. He went to play for his hometown team. Juventus is not Vieira's hometown team. Barcelona is not Thierry Henry's hometown club. He went there for trophies. Van Persie, Manchester United is not his hometown club. It's Feyenoord. He went Man United. Bitch, with the same energy of these other footballers. And I've got no problem with the bitching of Cesc. Cesc I take back as manager right now. Not been wonderful at Como, but for me, he's done more at Como than Arteta has done at Arsenal. Simple as. I don't blame Cesc. He wanted to join his exactly his boy. Bros, he didn't go to Chelsea straight away. He didn't go Man U like Van Persie. He didn't go Barcelona. He did go Barcelona, but like Thierry Henry. He didn't go Juventus like Patrick Vieira. He went to a club of his heart. Of, if you want the truth, he would never have left Barcelona to join Arsenal. If it wasn't for the genius of Wenger, the foresight of Wenger, the promise of Wenger, I will play you. It would never have all happened originally if it wasn't for Wenger. Saka is still a most dangerous player. Can't do a lot when he's injured, Danny. I'm not blaming him for being injured. What I'm saying is other footballers possibly stepping up. I've got a huge problem with Ødegaard, bros. Why does he look so bad when Saka doesn't play football? Trossard. Is it personal or is he just having a bad season? I know injured again at the moment, but Marta fucking Nelly. And I've got Martinelli news, guys. Shouts out to my only 2 guys that seem to be here, Lee Akers and UE. Thank you, boys. Of all times, when I make a late comeback and I come back after a little while, I'd like to have seen a few people in the stream. Pisses me off. And I've got some news here. And it's right from the very top shelf. I'm going to get into it in a couple of minutes. So please, you two, at least you two, do not go nowhere. Bros, it wasn't so much of a strike. Like, we're all Arsenal fans. We can have very much us like, bros, he didn't not want to not turn up to training. That was untrue. Wenger has confirmed this. That was not true, bros. He went slightly petulant. He never put the captain's armband on the floor or done what Granit Xhaka done. Fuck you, Akers. Fuck you, Danny. Fuck you, Yui. Nah. That's worse than strike. That there I'll fuck you up for. he basically just let Arsene know, innit? Arsene had built a team around him, and Arsene just couldn't deal with lose. Arsene would have lost anyone at the time. He would have gladly, I'm not saying Van Persie, Henry, whatever was there at the time, Petit, Overmars, he would have gladly gave that up. A lot of what Arsene was doing at the time went through Cesc. And Wenger probably advised him, you know, this Barcelona team, Xavi, whatever, you're not going to be used. You're not going to be used to your strengths. And I believe you should stay out Arsenal because you are the captain. You're going to win us trophies. You're going to make us have the va-va-voom. You're going to give us sacre bleu. And he basically said, Arsene, if it goes wrong. Now remember, Arsene made this same agreement with Henry when he missed out on him, when he first tried to sign him, and he went to Juventus for £10.9 million. Wenger said, if it doesn't go right in your first season, I'll bring you to Arsenal. He could have had the same love and the same dedication, in my opinion, to Cesc Fabregas. Yes, he has bought someone that I think is a legend, Mesut Ozil, and someone that's a world-class and exceptional footballer. Someone that Wayne Rooney was willing to lose his Manchester United career for, and have a fist fight with Ferguson saying, this is the kind of Turkish I need. If you want me to be a bad man striker, the marksman that you want me to be, give me Turkish. And I quote from the great Wayne, I will do the rest. I don't know, this cunt here, I've got Danny Welbeck there. I'm sorry, Gaffer, but it ain't just doing it for me. Welbeck's a great player, but fuck off maybe when he's 32. Whoever over there, Daniel Wallace or Neil Webb or some cunt, he's a great player, just not my cup of tea. Sanchez, wanker at this club. Just give me my Turkish, adopted by Germany. Just give me him. And I'll show you what Wayne Rooney does. Wayne Rooney went on paper, pen and paper, and said he was better than Cristiano Ronaldo. And all he needed was Cristiano Ronaldo to leave Manchester United in order for him to show the world how much better he was of a footballer than Cristiano Ronaldo. I never agreed with that actual statement or interview. But I believed in giving him the tools and the chance to do it. As much as it would have pissed me off if Man United had signed Mesut Ozil. On hindsight, because it's been a few years, it would have been very interesting to see if Wayne Rooney had got his wish and Mesut had have signed for Manchester United. It would have been very interesting to see the next 2 seasons at Man United Football Club, the next 2 seasons of Mesut Ozil, the next 2 seasons of Alex Ferguson, hard Scottish geezer, and the next 2 seasons of the great English white hope, Wayne Rooney. Wayne, I heard, almost got transfer listed over this whole scenario because he just burst into the office. He was like, Gaffer, you asked me 2 weeks ago, what did I need for me to become that height of a footballer? We watched the videos. We talked about various footballers. Apparently there was like 5 on the list. He goes, but I told you there was one guy that I believe if I played on the same pitch as this fucking guy, on Old Trafford's beautiful, holy turf, I believe I go on to be better, if not as good as Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going to chase this down. It could be in Rooney's book because he's probably got 17. But I'm going to chase this down. Was Wayne Rooney wrong, stupid, or just fat, or English and white? Or did Wayne Rooney know something that me, Akers, and UE didn't? Guys, do be liking and do be subscribing. There is no way you like your best player leaving. He wanted trophies. Yeah, but wait. No. Henry wanted trophies. Petit wanted trophies. Overmars wanted trophies. Van Persie wanted trophies. Van Persie done it. Cesc Fabregas done it because he wanted Club Barcelona. Barcelona could have been 17th. He would have still signed for the motherfuckers. As he said, Club Real Madrid could come in for me. I'm not interested. Slight bellyache. I'm not interested in Club Real Madrid. Real Madrid don't do it for me. I'm Catalan. I'm not. Whatever. No one else could have ever took that talent away from this club. Just one club. And that one club decided they were cunts. They wanted him. We sign players by making them kick off or handing transfer because it's football and business. Possibly not down the the burp's coming on. Not down the Wenger route of road. If you ever remember Ronald and Frank de Boer. Ronald and Frank both went on strike from their club Ajax at the time in order to sign. It wasn't Ronald, it was Frank. We wanted Frank, the central defender. Did we want both? I can't fucking remember. Anyway, the pair of the bastards went on strike. Wenger broke off negotiations immediately. And I quote, if you are willing to go on strike with your fucking employers, even though I'm happy it was for me and for my club, you might swing that on me in 3 or 4 seasons' time. Therefore, I didn't know about you and your personality. And I now don't want you at my football club. I thought we needed Frank and Ronald at the time. The left-footed centre-back and Ronald de Boer, his little free kick taking and putting in that World Cup, I thought it was a bit of me. He had 3 years left. We should have said no. Wenger took the test. Well, again, Lee isn't right on he went on strike. Cesc said he'd find it hard to play for Arsenal if we didn't allow him to sign for Barcelona. And the thing is, we rated Cesc at 60 mil. Barcelona believed because he was their player. He was an Arsenal player. He was their player and their youth product. That they wouldn't and they shan't pay over £28 million. Guys, I know the story fucking in and out of it, man, miraculously. It's a story that has burned me as an Arsenal fan for fucking seasons. £28 million we lost Cesc Fabregas for. If I'm right, they probably still owe us about £8 million in that very deal. We probably received 20 million of it. How many seasons ago was it? Fuck off. Ozil didn't go on strike to leave. The club put him. I don't think he was talking about Ozil, my friend. I think he was talking about Cesc. I think. Ozil didn't go on strike to leave the club. Put him under the striker by dropping him from the squad. But Mesut is hated. Bruvs, and that was imagine being dropped. Imagine being as good as Virgil van Dijk. That's William Saliba. Imagine being as good as Cesc Fabregas. That's Mesut Ozil. I've dressed it in a different way. And you've both been left out of our Champions League squad. I call it only one thing. Disrespect. If there is a crackhead or a fiend out there, and I'm not talking to you, Lee, because you are my brother, that believes Ozil or Saliba wasn't good enough to play against Dundalk in that season, they can suck on my cock persuasively. That word there. Because we had Dundalk in our group and Ozil was left out. Surplus to requirements, like we were that good. It's like leaving Obi Martins out right now and putting Mourinho up front. Oh shit, it's happened. It's Arsenal. Don't know why I'm standing up. I'm going to turn the heat on. Guys, shout out to my real ones, Lee Akers and UE. My only 2 brothers here. Akers, need to get you in some sort of form of group because your opinions are very valuable and we're going to have to let bygones be bygones on old things, which wasn't you. Let me clear up my comments here. Shout out to everyone that is here. Oh, wait. Hussein, you've probably already left. No! Probably so far behind the comments that you've already left because there was a couple of things I wanted to run by you as well. Peace out, Hussein. I love you, my G. The oil in the clock, the timeless watch. I only really stated hating Cesc when he went play for Mourinho. Huh? Was Mourinho the Barcelona manager at the time? Really? Oh no, that was Chelsea. Bros, that wasn't his fault. What's he supposed to do? Because Akers doesn't like it. I'm starting new Akers. Right, I retired from football at 25. because God forbid Lee Akers will strike me down for signing for Chelsea. He was offered to us at whatever peak. We turned it down. And as the quote says, go Google it. Because we had Mesut and Cesc and Mesut. Why couldn't it have worked together? It's like the Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard debate all over again. Don't take the piss out of my life. It would have been gorgeous because you're good. The only thing is, Cesc Fabregas would have had to have turned into a more disciplined midfielder. That's all. And I'm not going to start on Ozil. And I'm not going to call him a luxury player. But yes, having two guys like this in the midfield, having two guys like this in the having two good players like this in the centre of midfield would have put the pressure on the Silva, the Gilberto Silva, or the Patrick Vieira, or the Declan Rice, whoever was there to mop up if anyone ever got past them. I get it. Did Wenger fuck up by not doing it? Of course he fucking did. Don't fuck me around. They all done it to us. Nasri wasn't born in England, or he didn't play for Man City, and he wasn't a Man City fan. He joined Man City, a club with no history. Difference with your Ozil, I was glad to get rid of it. In the end, bro, it become massively difficult. 350 grand, you're not playing, you're not going to be in Champions League or Europa League squads, blah, blah, blah. Best for all parties at that time was he go. I believe Emery was told not to play him. I believe Arteta was told not to play him. That aside, Wenger wasn't a yes man. Wenger was very many things. He was to a certain extent, but he wasn't a yes man. He wasn't going to be told who to play. If he thought Bowie should play, he wouldn't give a fuck what Akers said. If he thought Ozil should play, he wouldn't give a fuck what fucking Akers said. And he wouldn't give a fuck what UE or Danny AFC TV said. That was Arsene Wenger. He's pissing me off, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. The thing is, there isn't a taker out there for him. Man City think Paqueta's a better footballer. They're probably right. And Florian Wirtz, they're definitely right. Real Madrid have already had the shit cunt for 7 seasons. That's never going to happen. Barcelona are not that stupid. So, like Kia Havertz, I believe we're fucked for the next 5 seasons with that load of shit. I believe he becomes more of a central midfielder and not so much the 10. I believe to appease Arsenal fans, super Arsenal fans, Kia's going to have to come back into a 10. And we're probably going to buy Benjamin Sesko in the summer. I like Sesko. That is not going to win us the league. And Wari will be even better in Saka too. Most definitely. Problem is not an Arsenal Football Club. I'm going to make a prediction tonight. Lee Akers and UE. I want you to remember my words. Max Dalman will sign for Man U soon. They've done it with Aiden Haven. They've done it with Keto Obermartins. The third target of Man United is Max Dalman. I don't want to exaggerate. And I don't want to be laughed at here. But Lee, UE, I'll give this kid a debut before the end of the season. Go on, Lee, say one word. Go on, UE, say one word, and I'll take you both on. He's better than every midfielder we got in the club. He's as good as better. Fuck him. I would like to bring to your attention Arsenal Man United under 18s the other night. If anyone hasn't seen it, stop shop and go watch it. This kid has been likened to Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere is very best, and I'm talking when Arsenal played Barcelona that time, and he scored the cunt. Jack Wilshere has never been as good as what I see the other night from a 14-year-old. Oh my fucking shit. Another player that's going to slip through our fingers, guys. Lee Akers, don't get angry with me. But Keto Obi Martins, I don't care if you or fucking Wallah, he thinks he's got a bad attitude. He's a bad man. We are fucked up. This Max Dalman's going to go Man United. There's my prediction. Man City will try, Chelsea will try, but Man United will offer him first team football. They'll say, look at Aidan Haven and look at Kedo and look what they're both doing today. If Man United have a better season next season. I reckon Awari's better than Saka already. Just going for a ciggy. You get right back here, Lee, because I love you and you are my real one. And it's people like you that have always made the channel, bros. Real fucking comments, real opinions, real thoughts. That's what makes a channel. Bros, he almost got sold from the club, but Ferguson doesn't back down. Not with Beckham, not with Jaap Stam. He backed down here. He had just lost Ronaldo, and he knew, and I'm going to use the word detrimental. He knew it would be detrimental for Manchester United Football Club to lose Ronaldo and Rooney within one fucking year. What he shouldn't have done was actually ask Rooney, what do you think fine-tunes you as a footballer? The final ingredient to make you Ronaldo. And Rooney told him what it was. He says, yeah, I've been watching a lot of football recently. And do you know what? It's this motherfucker playing for, is it Stuttgart or Schalke at the time? This is the difference. It's his passing. It's the weight of passing. It's his intelligence. He is 2 times faster than everyone else in the pitch. Like by the time the cunt is got, by the time the defender has woke up to go get that ball, he's already missed it. Because Ozil was so fucking intelligent. Ozil was a footballer that he did need to play for Real Madrid to showcase what he could do. What he done for Bale, I believe Ronaldo and Benzema in them couple of years. When I watch back at some of the games, like Lee Akers says, do you know what? Ozil went missing for 50 and 60 minutes. Did Ancelotti or Mourinho or whoever the fuck was there at the time bring him off? Because they knew on that 69th minute, for example, he was going to get the ball. And the defender was going to come and try and make a rash tackle. He's going to sidestep that tackle. And then with the perfect weight, like a newborn baby, the perfect weight, the perfect essence, he sent that ball through to Benzema, to Bale, to Ronaldo. And yes, I know they're all world class. And Real Madrid won another trophy. Footballers like that, you can't really, you can't handpick out, you can't grow. If you asked a Mohamed Salah, and I wish we really could phone him right now and ask him, who would be the footballer you want to play alongside most? If they had watched and played with him or seen him play before, a lot would say Ozil. Bergkamp, for example. Yeah? Dennis Bergkamp surprised the world when he said the best footballer. Do you know the best footballer Dennis Bergkamp ever played alongside? And this is true. And Lee, this is going to surprise you, unless you know. Do you know who Dennis Bergkamp said the best footballer he ever played alongside? Answers on a postcode. We stole Cesc and Anelka. Oh dear, why do I shiver when you say Anelka? Every football can't play when it happens to you. Well, I do, because I'm down here AFC TV. And Lee will, because he's Lee. But yeah, that was the circumstances. We got them both for on about £1 million between them. 500 grand for Cesc, 500 grand for Anelka. I believe the 500 grand for Cesc wasn't even a transfer fee. I believe it was via a tribunal. It was a few years ago. Forgive me if I'm slightly wrong. Anelka was a straight 500 grand signing. We sold him for 23.5 2 years later. After he'd helped us an FA Cup and a league. And after he made Ian Wright look like a very average footballer and leave Arsenal Football Club to go to West Ham. Down, 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 down. Rooney might have, but he didn't do enough in an Arsenal shirt while he was there, while he was here. All right. Lee, to finally end this, I'm going to ask you something. How much did you rate Ozil under Wenger? Forget after Wenger. The day Wenger was sacked, I want you to pretend Ozil was sacked. On the Monsieur, and we had a bad few moments on the Monsieur. How much did you rate Messi? Because as much as I love you, I want to back you up on some of the things you say about Messi sometimes. But for me, where I have respect for both of you, I'm not going to lie, they were all after Wenger. Anything I'm pissed off about Ozil with is after Wenger. And the problem is, I don't want to blame him for too much after Wenger. He basically said it in an interview, I would never have signed that new contract if Wenger had known he wasn't going to be at the club. I'm not that greedy. Forget what Lee or anyone else thinks. I don't need 350 grand a week that bad. I would never have signed. And the moment Wenger left, if you could have just ripped it, I would have ripped it and went back and played in Turkey for Basaksehirspor. That club that he was always kind of linked with but never played for. You know who I'm talking about, that one, a disrespectful, just shout out of nowhere. Okay, if you are talking about Ozil there, neither Cesc hasn't got a statue outside. I feel in 2 more years he would have. We had Welbeck, we had Giroud. It was such the wrong footballers for him, Lee. Imagine Eddie Wright or Bergkamp or God, Lee. I love you. And I'll never fucking just fight an Ozil argument to piss you off, by the way. I just know a different breed when I see a different breed. All right, here's another way of putting it. Sanchez was never as good a footballer, no way near, as Mesut Ozil. What Ozil had on his, I bet Lee Akers has just kicked something up in the air in his ass. But what Sanchez lacked in technical ability, he made up with raw passion and raw fucking work rate. What turns on a guy like Lee Akers and whatever, which I get. It should never have been one or the other. It had to be both at that time. But again, like Hussein Juma talks about the clock, it's not so timeless. And we can't turn it back. Brubs, I don't want to discuss our captain. I think Aaron Ramsey is better than our captain. I think Aaron Ramsey is 3 times the footballer of our captain. But he was another one, a bit unlucky of injuries. He was a bit Welsh. I can't hold that against him, but he was a bit Welsh. And he's a bit shit. Not a chance. And remember, what Ozil done in 7 days at Real Madrid is more than what Odegaard done in 7 years there. Let's have it all on. What Ozil done in 1 4-week calendar month, Lee, yeah, is more than Odegaard done in 7 seasons. I'd fucking sell the can. By the way, Nottingham Forest and Barcelona linked with Gabriel Martinelli. Okay, all right. I'm not sure a question. I want to put this to bed, and I don't want to argue like me and Yui versus you on this whole Ozil thing. I'm going to get in, Yui, 1 sec. I'm going to get in. Lee, here's one. I'm going to get you right now. Not that we needed anything or we had a missing ingredient. Put Merzic in that double winning Invincible team. Do you think he actually makes us look shit in that team? Lee, over to you. And I'm really going to grab down to I'm going to speed up in these comments because I want to see what you say about this. Put Ozil in that Invincible team. Take one guy out and put Ozil in, no matter who it is of your choice. In a midfield 4 scenario, you know, Lundberg, Parla, Overmars, whatever it was, Vieira, please. I think you know what I'm getting at. Put Ozil in an invincible situation when Arsenal are really Arsenal, the great Arsenal that me and you love. Put Arsenal when we're doing shit, bruvs, and okay, Ozil probably isn't what we need. But I'm afraid to say Ozil isn't the type of guy that plays for shit clubs. That's why he was. That's why he had a brand, isn't it? 7 Ozil, 7 Ronaldo, whatever 9 Benzema. Only certain players get this, bros. Because you know what? Was it 7 or 23 Beckham? And I never thought Beckham was the greatest footballer in the world. Like, you're not going to see, like, out there right now, like, Martinelli, 11. It's not even close, bros. Do you get what I mean? Wayne Rooney, 9, perhaps? I don't know if that is out there. It probably is, because he was great. Lampard or something, 8, perhaps. Perhaps. John Terry, 6. Adams, 6. You know, real proper footballers that done proper things for their football clubs. You're not going to get that. Odegaard, 10. I don't know. Lynx might brand that. I don't know who wants to brand that. I don't brand that. Trossard, whatever number he is, I don't even know. Don't even give one fuck. You don't brand that. That's not something you put in a bottle and brand. It's normal. It's average. Blackham's best number 10 we've ever had. Do you believe Bruce Rioch, if he had stayed at Arsenal Football Club, would have got the best out of Dennis Bergkamp? Just saying. Or would he have done that Billy McGinley thing? I'm like, you're a fucking jackpot, Jack, whatever it is, fucking Big Dave Johnley. And I want Billy McGinley. Would Rioch have done that to the great Dennis? David Platt apparently was waiting on him. And that was just because of injury records. We all remember who David Platt was. How about the other players? That team had 2 players, Ozil and Alexis. Yeah. And what else did they have? Bellerin after that. Bellerin was a bitch. Gilberto Silva, if still about, probably had seen better days. Whoever was alongside Gilberto Silva, fuck me, he was so shit, I can't remember the cunt. God. It's horses for courses. And it's who you put. Like, Ozil in that Invincible team, like, would have just done such amazing things. I think of when we lost the Champions League final. Would Ozil have been the first guy to come off when Bernd Leno got sent off? Or would Wenger have been brave and left Ozil on, hoping for that like free kicking towards Sol Campbell that made us go 1-0 up? I believe Ozil would have stayed up. And maybe Henry wouldn't have missed that second chance to make it 2-0. That famously would have made us win the Champions League. Cazorla, what a player. I still have issues with him at Arsenal, his injury record, there's certain things, but because we have bareback the hour mark, it's a lot to get into. Wait, that was a fucking super number 10. Why did he get the number 10 shirt? Cazorla, what a human being, what a footballer, and he still plays football. That was another guy. You could let him watch him at Real Betis and he'll be amazing. Send him to Arsenal or Real Madrid, amazing. I can't believe Barca or Real Madrid never signed this geezer either. Were they so good at the time? Were they so advanced? But Santi Cazorla, what a fucking footballer. But I believe we do have something very similar within our ranks. Ethan Awari. And I believe a Pep Guardiola or a Jurgen Klopp or a Arne Slot gets the exact correct ingredients out of a kid like this. So sorry, Arsenal fans, but it's exactly how I feel. Arteta's going to ruin him. I'm wondering, but the rest of the season will tell. I believe Skelly could be done at Arsenal because of 2 sending-offs. I believe Arteta may hold it against him. Another Danny prediction. I hope it's not as bad as my prediction about 10 minutes ago. Max Dowman will sign for Manchester United because Arteta will not play him. And believe me, I promise you right now, he might be lightweight and only 14. He's a better pound for pound footballer than Mikel Mourinho right now. Than he ever will be. Santi was good, you're right. When he got injured, though, pills and dropped. Had to come deeper for the ball. Worse still, though, he just missed. It was like Bergkamp not flying for away games. He just missed. But then you may as well blame Rosicky for this. Rosicky was a cunt. All the talent in the world, but what a wanker of a person and a footballer. I don't want him to be my director of football. Director of Football News. Arsenal allegedly have a deal in place for Andrea Berti. He is the Atletico Madrid CEO, and he'll be joining Arsenal at the end of the season. Gilberto Silva and Thomas Rosicky. The CVs have been finally put in the bid. Martinelli, £45 million bid from Barcelona. Sources from inside the club say it's more towards 65 million, and you have a deal. Arsenal to make one sacrifice at the end of the season. And he wouldn't have went there. And he would never have went there. And he wouldn't have went nowhere as long as Wenger was at the club. Yeah, I get it. But if we look at his assists and goals right now, I bet it won't be as good as Flamini's. No, I'm joking. But I mean, yeah. There's going to be something. There will be a flatter to this. How about Rosicky? How high do you hold Rosicky in the estimation? If they're never footballer, I can't lie, guys. Pissed me off. I wanted to smash his face in. What do you mean you're injured for 18 months and we don't even know what the fuck the injury is? Fuck off, cunt. Do you think Ozil ever done that to us? Tugay, bros. When he went to Blackburn, bros, I knew he was going to do well. Like, I knew that Hakan Suquez probably wasn't for the Premier League. Do you see when Tugay come to England? And I thought the Man United, the Arsenal, he'll be bad. When he went to Blackburn and done it, bros. Bad man. Left foot, right foot, immaculate. I know. But then Gangaria and Champions League games and letting us down because he just weren't there. Same with Thomas Rosicky. Same started happening to Freddie Ljungberg. They started saying it was the tattoos on his body that started affecting his career. Bro, don't get so many tattoos then or I'll fuck you up. Was it 15 mil we paid for him? Where did he sign up from? Ajax or someone? Anderlecht? Can't remember. Scored in his debut. Scored in his first few games. I was like, fuck me, it's the defender that scores goals. Right, I'll tell you what, we're going to win the league. Get Van Arlem up front. I'll leave it out, bruv. He got found out so bad when he went to Barcelona. As a human being and as a footballer. Tell me one thing he done after Arsenal. Please don't say too much about Barcelona. Because like says Fabregas, Barcelona found out about him in 2 minutes. Wenger made him look good, bruv. That's called punching above your weight, boy. That's called punching above your weight. Flamini. Shimak. Bowie. The Greats. Was he? Fuck, he was fucking shit, bro. I'm better than Alex Song, bro. Fuck off. And I love you, Lee, but Alex Song was fucking shit. Flamini was as good as Song, bros, and Flamini's shit. Nah, I'm going to get Denilson involved. Denilson! Never forgive Tommy for when he gave Harvey an assist. I mean, sorry. I'm lost. I can't lie. Before I leave the stream, I'm lost. Never forgive Tommy when he gave RVP an assist at Old Trafford after 5 minutes. Tommy Van Arlen, sorry. Van Arlen hardly played. Always injured. Song isn't half as good as Cosby. Not even that close. Sorry, just going to say it straight. And I know you're not a Cosby fan. Alex Song was a very poor footballer. Club Barcelona thought, just like Seski might be good in this. System player! Yeah, that system went out the window. Alex Song was fucking shit. Tell me what you done after Barcelona. It was probably Toronto and Club Brescia. Toronto and Brescia at best. Either quotes. Once a club with history in Europe. There is talk of Barcelona and Real Madrid, but I doubt it. I doubt they've got that there for him. But do we? I've got shot me out there. It's getting atrocious. I'm telling you. He was. Them dogs. Well, on. The Aegis is good. The Aegis is petrified of you. I don't know what. He runs through the dogs is that Aegis. Come here. Hey, come here and say hello to Lee. Say, Lee, I want to see you. Say, Lee, I fucking want to see you, boy. I want to have words with you about fucking Ozil. I'm going to get Loco a fucking top that says Ozil 7 down the side. I'm telling you. It's branded, bruvs. It's branded. It's so good. You're not going to get fucking Gerard Bowen branded, are you? Flashing everyone. Arsenal, £100 million in Gerard Bowen's swoop. 100 mil. 100 million. We can go and get Isaac quicker you can. Why is my football club so confused? I'm not saying I'm about to buy Gerard Bowen for 100 mil. But we like doing business in West Ham. I think we are going to get for Kudos or Bowen. Let's sit down for 5 minutes before I fuck off and talk about the fuck. Let's talk the summer for 5 minutes before I go. Shouts out to Akers and Yui again, 2 superstars. Pretty much. 1 season, Akers. Your standards have dropped off. He was decent in his first season. But for Ozil, 1 season. We're answering that question. Isn't enough. Even though he had 3 good seasons. 2 of them top. To be honest with you, it's like saying Arsene Wenger pre-David Dein, after David Dein. 2 different human beings. Ozil was different after Arsene for me. A lot, and he said it in interviews. A lot of my heart had left Arsenal after Arsene left, because as he said, I wasn't greedy, and God forbid, I didn't need the money. I just thought Wenger was never going to leave this club. 27 years down, we're still going to be talking about Wenger leaving Arsenal. That's what he pretty much said. But he goes, I didn't want to play for Arsenal under another manager. Now, Lee, that is something you could get pissed off with. What do you mean? This is Arsenal Football Club. I don't care if Lee Akers or Daniel AFC TV's in charge. You fucking go out there and you fucking work for this club. That there, he probably didn't need to say Lee. But it is a personal preference. It's like Cesc Fabregas saying, I've got to sign for my Catalonian Barcelona. Hindsight is a brilliant thing, Lee. And as he said, if Wenger had said to me, upon signing that contract, I might not be here for the whole 5, but I'll be here for 2 and whatever you got. That wouldn't have been good enough. He said, if Wenger said, I'll be here for 4 of your 5 years, but on the 5th, you'll have Paul Merson running the team. As he said, it was a deal breaker and I would not have signed. Sanchez signed for Man United for 500 grand a week because he's a fucking Chilean little cunt. Do we hold that against him? I do and I don't. Very true. The season before he fucked off. That pisses me off. We went through the rape thing with him. We went through 6 years of bad injuries. We went through, all right, him not being as good as Bergkamp and Ian Wright or Anelka, for example. But fuck you. We fucking back you every time when you're in Holland in a fucking police cell. Fuck you, bitch. I've got massive problems with Van Persie. I'll be honest with you. He wasn't that player. As much as I want to actually agree with you and piss Yui off, and it's not about pissing Lee or Yui off. Lee, when you sign certain footballers, like, all right, clearly, all right, Lee, you're fucking the Brian Clough of the world, and you would have never signed a bastard like Ozil. Clough wouldn't have liked, and I know I'm going back so long, but I think you know what I'm getting at. Clough wouldn't have liked Ozil, would he? Guess who would have liked Ozil? Let's say a modern day, oh, why, I'm man Kevin Keegan, the fucking time is all mines, all mines. What would Keegan have done with Ozil, bruv? And let's not piss me off or lie. What would Keegan, Aspria, Ginola, Les Ferdinand, was it Rob Lee? Bit questionable, but Rob Lee works hard. That was the guy that works hard. Don't fuck me about and tell me what Keegan would have done with Ozil. Would Keegan have dropped Ozil because he just went a bit shy this game and he went a little bit missing? Keegan wouldn't have given a fuck as long as he won 7-6. And we know he didn't win 7-6 every game. And we know he never won the title. But he come that fucking... I tell you what, he comes closer than Arteta did in 5 years to winning the fucking title at Newcastle. At Newcastle, man. The fucking thing is Almain's Almain. That's like Barnsley for me, bruv. That's not Arsenal Football Club. That's like fucking Barnsley. And I'm disrespecting Newcastle badly. But yeah. Are you telling me Ozil wouldn't have been a bad man at fucking Newcastle under a Keegan or even a Bobby Robson? Think about it. Think about it carefully. Mourinho and Ozil, it's not a good match. Mourinho and Alexis Sanchez, we can see the fucking history is there. It wasn't a good match. But we know Ozil and Sanchez would work himself into a ground for Arsenal Football Club. Why didn't a different manager like him? Why did he want to come back to Arsenal after 15 fucking minutes? It's all perspectives of what I'm telling you of my beliefs on the club and my beliefs of what we've done wrong and done right over seasons and seasons and seasons. That's made me smile, I have to admit. But that is when, again, do you remember Trossard coming in the window? 10 good players playing well. You just hit the ground running. I believe Eldegaard is good enough to hit the ground running at Palace, Barnsley or Millwall. If the other 10 cunts next to him are doing well. Is he a guy that can grab the game by the fucking scruff of the fucking neck, yeah? And say, right, boys, like Tony Adams could, like Vieira could, right, boys, you're not playing. Do you remember what Adams said very famously about Anelka? The game where we fucked up, Vieira done that pass to Giggs and Giggs scored that mad goal. He was going to smash the life out of Anelka that night. Anelka asked not to play. Wenger decided I'm going to play him. So, like a petulant little French little cocksucker, he didn't touch the ball for the whole fucking hour that he was on the pitch. Adam said that night, it took every inch of his professionalism, alcoholism, whatever isms, to not smash his face in that night. Because he said what was unacceptable for him is that he put on an Arsenal shirt and calculatedly played bad. Because he had decided his time had come and it was time to move on. That's playing with 10. Sorry, Lee. That is playing with 10 men. As much as you think we played with 10 men when we had Mesut Ozil on the pitch, Adams and Ozil never played together. It would have been interesting, and it would have been fucking interesting. I'd have loved to have seen that show. I really would have. And Baldy and Keogh. Why do I think Vieira, Ozil would have towed the line on the Vieira? And when I say towed the line, Ozil, I'm not asking you to run around. I'm not asking you to track that. But what I'm asking you to do is be the best number 10 in the world, and me and Manny Petit have got this. I believe in certain situations Ozil would have been the best footballer in the world. Do you know what? I wish he never come Arsenal now. And I wish he'd have went Man United on the Wayne Rooney. Because we could be, even though we wouldn't, because it's Man United history, we could be having this talk productively, watching what he done for Wayne Rooney as a footballer. And as Wayne Rooney said, the ingredient I needed to make me the best footballer in the world was just someone that played on my wavelength. Ronaldo was amazing, but where he was so one-track minded and very greedy and wanted all the accolades and the aplomb or whatever they're called for himself, he said, I weren't like that. I need someone that got a thrill out of assisting. That assisting was a goal for them. And in Wayne Rooney's opinion, granny fucker or not, that was Messi. And do you know what? I fuck it. Even if it was international and we know they couldn't overhand, if it was club and it never happened, I'd have loved to have seen that show. Because now I just sit here and wonder, innit? Ozil just needed the ingredients. Hence Real Madrid. You don't play for Real Madrid if you're fucking Odegaard, do you? 7 years. So he's put number 2, 7 years. And you're shit. I do believe Ozil's record is 0 goals and 0 assists at Real Madrid. I wonder what tempted us to buy him so much. He wasn't playing well around that time. Any prick can play well when 10 gazers are playing well. Trossard can play well when 10 gazers are doing well. Christopher Ray can do well when 10 gazers are doing well. Alex Meninga can do well when 10 gazers are doing well. I could walk into the situation and do well if I had fucking Keown and Bold and Keown and Adams, Dixon, Winterburn and Seaman behind me. I'll do fucking well. I'm a fat cunt from North London. God damn. That's all I think. I watched an interview of Ancelotti last night, and there you go. Arda Güler, it's not an Ancelotti problem. Ancelotti was so ruthless and honest to the point. Let me do this only like Carlo could. And Arda Güler, I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen many young footballers in my career. He is easily within the top 5 of the best 18 to 20-year-olds I've ever seen in my fucking club or internationally with Italia. The problem is I don't manage the Barnsley. I don't manage the Leyton Orient. I don't manage Getafe. I don't manage the Real Betis. Mason Greenwood comes to mind. I just don't know why. The problem is I manage the club Real Madrid, and I spoke to the representatives and the player himself, and I told him, I don't hold against you if you go on a loan for 6 months. The reason being is this is not a Arsenal or PSG or Juventus. Club Real Madrid. We don't have it at the time to grow up with the players. Grow up was the exact words he used. We don't have it at the time to grow up the players. If you are good enough, you're going to be in the team immediately. Obviously, he is maybe 1 bit behind. So I told him to go on the loan because honestly, I can't guarantee him the minutes. But he's too good to be in this club with no minutes. I blame him and his representatives for not taking a loan in January. Let me show you the other one. And I wish him the best for his career because I believe I am going to be the manager of Real Madrid next season. And even next season, I don't have time to grow up the players. The players have to grow themselves. And then I put you in the fucking team. Peace out. That's all I'm going to say on the Arda Güler situation. So, Arda Güler, I blame everything now on my Turkish brother. He should have stayed at Fener. He should have went to Arsenal. He should have went to Liverpool. He thought he was such a bad man out here. He went Real Madrid, didn't it? And guess what happened? Now you don't play. Fool. Just like Odegaard. So I do blame Arda Güler. He had a brilliant football brain, like Roy Keane says. Talent alone. Very good point. I was watching Roy Keane last night and listening to that exact quote. It was something of Salford City, but that's definitely not here nor there. All right, Lee. Yuri, I'm going to say something right now. That's going to shut down everything me and you think about Ozil. Do you see if Patrick Vieira or Roy Keane was playing against Ozil on Saturday? All right, cool. Lee Akers is right. He wouldn't have played well. Reason being, Lee, you should love me for this, but the truth being is, Roy Keane, I'm like, I'll tell you what the fuck I'm going to do to that wee bastard, eh? Think you're going to fucking assist on Saturday, bastard, eh? And the same as Vieira, they would have rolled up their sleeves and battered him. They would have smacked Ozil all over the park, I'll be real. But then again, Ozil isn't present day. So I was going to say, present day, that wouldn't be allowed anyway. Back then it would have been. Horses for courses, guys. Horses for courses. 5 times German Player of the Year. He isn't too bad. Plus World Cup winner. Most players don't win half of them accolades. But I don't know. We gave Eddie Nketiah a 14 shirt, £100 a week. He's at Palace, scored 2 goals on his life. But that was an Arteta thing. We could be playing with Kido Obi Martins right now. I don't care. I want to get that in. Fuck off, computer cunt. Right, there we go. I don't care about what? I care about his time at Arsenal. I don't get it. Sorry, Lee, I'm obviously behind in my comments. He was top 3. Hold on, he was top for 3 seasons. Won a trophy too, stressed to them. And Cesca's a traitor, according to Lee Akers. Yeah, and I do believe Ozil helps a lot with that trophy. Like how I only put our last FA Cup solely down to Aubameyang and Emi Martinez. That game against Sheffield United, I think we should have went out. Was it David Seaman making one wonderful save as well? David Seaman went there, was it? That was previous. Sorry, I've just remembered. That was previous days against Sheffield United. Shouts out to the real ones. Well, Dennis Bergkamp did say the best footballer. Thank you, Lee, for reminding me. Hats off. Lee, you're the man of the match. Dennis Bergkamp said the best footballer he ever played with in his career, and he played with a few. I think he played with Van Basten, was Nicolas Anelka. And his only regret was Dennis Bergkamp. He never had a couple of more seasons with him. Because he says, not ignorantly, I reckon I would have made Nicolas better. He went, even in training, I didn't have to look up to know where Nicolas Anelka was. Ian Wright was always a big mouth, and his big mouth just got him through with no disrespectful way. He goes, Anelka was just levels better. Football brain better. Anelka had that football brain. Mesut Ozil brain. Messi, Ronaldo. I am going to talk elite people when I talk about a football brain. I'm not saying Anelka might have used it the very best in his career, but he had the football brain. Ozil debates always get us going. He was a genius. Like Kane. Some love, some hate him. There you go. And I've spoken to so many Arsenal fans, and it is always an intriguing and an enjoyable debate because it's almost like Marmite. Not as deep as Marmite. Wilshere could be Marmite. The English guys will always love him. The people like me will be like, man, you should have done that bit more, Jack. You're meant to be one of our own. Just moved on to had it too easy on the Bengal. It was too much in his comfort zone. Okay. And if I agree with one more thing, definitely you're going to say tonight, I reckon out of 10 footballers on the pitch, Ozil slightly got a blight on the Wenger. I believe it wasn't because he was Turkish. I believe it wasn't because he was French, because he clearly went French. I believe it was because Wenger knew that possibly in a different time he had one of the best players in the world there. Again, Wayne Rooney, Ferguson, the missing link, that last ingredient. It's all fascinating. Drew's the sort of centre forward we need right now, to be honest. A pundit said the other day we need Chris Wood. That just sounds so Chris Woodish to me. I don't know. We need a striker of any type right now, Lee. But then you may as well say we need the Dwight York of striker. We need the Andy Cole, the Aspria, the Paul Merson. We just need someone that puts a ball in the net. We may as well say we need Robbie Fowler and Michael Owen, bro, and Suarez at the same time. I'll tell you the worst captain with Brad. I'm probably the worst manager now. Oh, indeed. The Bruce Rioch, he would have been the worst manager, but he never got more than a year. But at least this CV says 1 year Champions League football. Do you get it? Just like that prick at Man United, Eric Ten Hag. 2 years, 2 trophies, sacked. I'm saying if you was forced into ejecting one of them and putting Ozil, basically all I'm saying is I don't think you have a worse team. I didn't suggest Dennis either. It could have been a Lundberg. It could have been a Parler. I'm saying induct one and put that. It doesn't make a worse team. We're getting Atletico Madrid. Sporting director apparently done. Fuck that as well. Never heard of him. Berta. Berta. It sounds like the bird that used to look after Charlie Sheen and 2.5 Men. There you go. Andre Berta, like Rodriguez, I said. He is top 3 sporting directors in the world. Let's see. For doing what? For getting Felix. I'm going to take a minute and think about that at £107 million. Felix. No, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to call it a night, boys. Good to see you back, Danny. You take care in a bit. Lee, need to grab a group. Bruvs, I'll sort all that tomorrow. I'm back not working, so I will sort it out, my brother. Night fella. Ooh. Who's this? Arsenal who? Tippy top rated. Go smoke you, man. Go suck you, man. Offend them. You cheeky cunt. Right, what's this? What did he say, the little cretin? Where is he gone? Fuck me, I've just had a fucking... There we go, it's the last comment. Invincibles are overrated, beaten by Chelsea, 12 draws. No hate, just curious. Different, if you're still there, different football at the time, bros. I remember there was people like Vieiras, the Roy Keanes. Football was slightly different. Football was slightly more tougher. The Leicesters, the Swindons would give you a tough game. There was way too many draws. But again, back in them days, top 4 was a trophy according to Wenger, and a draw was probably 2.5 points. I've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. Arsenal Tippy, top red, go suck the upon your mother. I'd like to say, please get a big like on the video. Go subscribe as you is you. And you know what? The views of this white legend himself, Danny AFC TV, will be back again tomorrow. PSV, of course, in the building. I haven't got through my transfer news. I haven't got through the PSV preview. That's because we got up into a Mesut Ozil debate this evening. Guys, I'd like to say peace out. God bless. Wallah, and I'll see you tomorrow. PSV versus Arsenal. I'll be live 7:45. Do be there, innit? Peace out, people. God bless and good night.